the promise of America.
So then to every man his chance, to every man regardless of his birth, his shining golden opportunity, to every man the right to live, to work, to be himself, and to become whatever thing his manhood and his vision can combine to make him. This, seeker, is the promise of America. So then to every man his chance.
Excuse me, I'm Molly Pitcher, and I had a chance even though I was a woman. In the Revolutionary War, I first served soldiers water for my pitcher, but after my husband faded from the heat, I saw my chance and shed a kingdom.
And I had a chance. I'm Martin Luther King Jr. I spoke for black people. I spoke the truth. I am happy every time I see my children play, talk, and attend the same schools together. I had a chance. I used it wisely.
I'm Andrew Jackson. Even though I grew up poor just south of Waxhaw, North Carolina, I worked my way up to the top. I defeated the Redcoats because of my thinking. I became the 7th president. I took hold of my chance.
I got to fight for the Americans in the American Revolution. George Washington gave me high ranks and gave me a high rank, and I fought like a wildcat. But I wanted more money and higher ranks, so I turned to the British side. You've probably heard of me. I'm Benedict Arnold, and I blew my chance to be an American hero.
To every man regardless of his birth.
I was born a slave. I'm Chris Adams. I was a runaway slave and grabbed my chance to fight for freedom. I died in the Boston Massacre. I was the first African American to die in the Revolutionary War.
I was born as a slave. I'm a black woman named Sojourner Truth. I spoke up for women's rights and not just black women's rights. I spoke up for the rights of everyone. I believed all women, black and white, should have an equal amount of rights compared to men. I was born alone. I'm Deborah Sampson, but I wanted to fight in the army, the American Revolution. I dressed as a man and joined the army. The only time they found out I was a woman, was when I got sick and had to see a doctor.
I was born a black woman. I'm Rosa Parks. I believed I should have the right to sit in the front seat of the bus like white people. People should sit where they like on the bus, regardless of their birth.
His shining golden opportunity.
I, Benjamin Banneker, was given an opportunity to be a farmer, mathematician, and surveyor. I had a golden opportunity to change the attitude toward black people when I was invited to help land the city of Washington, D.C.
As a black woman in the 1700s, I, Phyllis Wheatley, was the first black American poet. George Washington read my poems and published them. I made use of my golden opportunity to write poems.
To every man the right to live.
I am the person who signed his name, John Hancock, in huge letters on the Declaration of Independence. I risked my life for my country. If we had lost the revolution, I would have been one of the first ones killed by the British for treason.
I am Benjamin Franklin. Even though I invented great things and could have had a career in science, I chose to risk my life twice. I'm the only person who signed both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. I tried best to live for my country.
As Etha Allen, I wasn't one of the most well-known leaders of the Revolution, but I led the Green Mountain Boys at Fort Tigandra and fought for Americans to have the right to live the way they wanted.
To work.
I, Washington Irving, was blessed as a young boy by George Washington. My name's Sick. I am the first American author of short stories in the United States. I was able to live in a country where I could write what I liked and worked as much as I wanted.
I, Thomas Wolfe, grew up in Asheville, North Carolina. I was given the right to work, the right to be a poet, the right to write about something that I believed in. I took advantage of having the right to write.
To be himself and to become whatever thing his manhood and his vision can combine to make him.
I John Paul Jones, wanted to be a sailor even though my family hated the idea. I had the right to be myself and to fight for Americans as a sailor. I am famous for saying I've not begun to fight.
I, Patrick Henry, wanted to be free from the rule of England, so I wrote speeches about being free. Writing speeches was like my hobby. It was being myself. I am famous for saying, give me liberty or give me death.
I, George Washington, was happy to be a farmer and surveyor. But as I grew into leadership in Virginia, I communicated a vision for our young country. After I led the Continental Army to victory over the British, many Americans wanted me to be the new king. But I believed in democracy and became the first president of the United States.
This, Seeker, is the promise of America.